Financial literacy, understanding your finances. It's not for the experts or it's not for the elite only to understand finance. We all need to understand our finance and how we manage our finances. Stay tuned, we'll explore more on financial literacy. Have you ever been in a situation you had to pay something for some services only to find out that you don't have the money to pay for it? My friend once he said, when I knew that I had to do something, when the Boy Scouts came to his house, they knocked at the door and they wanted him to buy some sort of biscuit or chocolate bar as a contribution to, for them to have a project for the Boy Scouts. And the lady of the Girl Scout, she was telling him that you can take 3 bars for only $2. He didn't have $2. And from that moment, he decided to change his life and to look at his finances in a much better way. And we have so many examples. I know a friend of mine who, the first job he got, he purchased a big car. Of course, he had to take a loan for it for 5 years. That car had an accident after 2 years, and he had to buy a new car with the remaining finance of 3 years of the old car. And he got stuck. So, do you think we will fall in the same trap one day if we don't manage our finance? And what is finance? Is your income and what the debit that goes out from your income. So the credit and the debit, and you have to manage that somehow. You know how much you are getting, especially those with the salary. They get a monthly salary. They know the amount they're getting on a monthly basis, so they have to manage that amount for their survival. And they should keep some saving as much as they can. There are a lot of people with an income, let's say, of 1,000 KD, and they live a good life. They live a rich life. Meaning what? At the end of the month, they have more money. They have access money. They have extra money. But there are other people, they may make triple than what this person is making, but then in the middle of the month, toward the end of the month, they are broke. Why? Because they mismanage their finance. They spend more than they can use. And I remember one of my daughters, when she went to study in the States, I told her that she should build her credit score in the rent, so she pays the rent correctly and so on. Because even the rent, she has to pay deposit and some guarantor for her to take the flat. But then, so I told her, she said, no, I don't like credit. I said, what do you mean? She said, I will not buy anything that I don't have the money cash for. And that, made me stop for a while and think about what she said. What she said is the ultimate wisdom. Why should you spend money that you don't have? And that's what credit is. Especially us as individual basis, as an individuals. Like for example, organization, they need credit, they purchase goods and stuff, and they need letter of credit and they need overdraft facilities. But us as individual, we should always live with abundance by controlling our expenses. And we have a lot of waste of expense. If you look at in the storage room at our houses, you will see a lot of money there. If you look at the fridge, you will see a lot of money there. Sometimes we buy stuff by just being automatic. We need to buy this, we need to buy this, or because it's discounted. And then we spend the money in the wrong place. And when we spend the money in the wrong place, we will regret ourselves, and we will, panic, and we'll stress ourselves. And when we are stressed, we cannot think to solve the problem. Better yet is that we manage. Keep a record of your expenses, daily basis, monthly basis, and see where the money is going. You will notice that there is a lot of waste. And if you can reduce here and there, you will have some saving at the end of the month. Now, a lot of people, they have a lot of days at the end of the month, but not enough money. And this is where they get stuck, and they start, getting money ربما from their sibling or from their fathers or from their friends, and borrowing money, and then they have to pay it back, and so on. Why you put yourself in this situation? Before that, have a mindful and look at what you are purchasing. Are you getting benefit from it? Do you really need it? Or is just because you happen to be in the supermarket or in the shopping center and you found something discounted or on promotion and you immediately buy it, and you had in your closet, there are maybe multiple products as the same thing. What it takes to be financially conscious. Number one is to know your expenses, where the money is going, and calculate that daily, monthly, and then yearly. Especially the big bulk, the rent, the car, the domestic workers that you have, and all the expenses. So you give the people what they gave you, the value that they provide you. So you are not, delaying the salary of a person who works for you, for example. So main thing is to manage your expenses and see where the money is going. Second is to start with an amount of saving. Any amount. Start with a small, but be consistent. Every month, before you spend and keep the rest for saving, no. You save first and then spend first. That's very important skill and habit to have, really, is to cut an amount immediately and put it there. Better yet, there are in the banks, there are some banks, they give you the service where you open another account, and immediately, once your salary is deposited, 100 or 200 goes to that account. So you end up with the amount that you will manage for the rest of the month. That way you force yourself to save, and you will get into the habit of saving. And once you have an amount after a year, you see that amount is really sizable amount. You can use it for vacation, you can use it for schooling, you can use it for so many things. That gives you the confidence and the enthusiasm to continue saving and to keep the amount bigger and bigger and bigger. That's vital, and you will go into the flow of saving. The other tip that we have for you is try to look at the waste that you have in terms of purchases, in terms of consumables, in terms of buying furniture or buying goods or buying foods. All of these, sometimes you see it as inexpensive, here little. Calculate them and find out how much they take from your budget and your salary. Fourth is that you need to save for your entertainment and for your leisure time. Not only the saving is for that terrible time. No, sometimes for your leisure time, you need to recharge, as we said in a previous episode. So you use this money to recharge. Sometimes you use it for emergency. Something happened, God forbid, at least you have an amount that gets you going. You never know what the situation can bring. I'm not trying to scare you, but it's good to have the discipline of being aware of your finance and controlling your finance so you don't live with a stressful life. How do you see the tips? Are they doable? Can you implement? Please try at least one or two and see for yourself and see if you have benefited or not. In previous segments, I talked about, a family with 1,000 income, for example. I compared them with another family with 3,000 income, and this family is living happily. That family is living a stressful life. Why? Because this family don't know how to manage their finance, and this family is better in a financial sense. If this is not for example, for the rich and famous or for the people who have big income, it's for everybody. It's according to your income, no matter what your income category is. So financial literacy is for everybody. As long as you are in this life, you have supposedly you have money coming to you, and you have money getting out of your pocket. How you're managing this formula is financial literacy. How you're budgeting for stuff. I remember once, my daughter asked me, Dad, why are you saving? For what you are saving? She was like maybe 14 or 15. And I said, I'm saving for one day, and you will understand why. So, like 2 or 3 years after, she graduated from high school, and she wanted to go to America and live there and study. And here, the money or the saving played a big part in her situation and in her lifestyle. She understood what saving is. So Saving is something that some people think it's, you know, it's the poor who save, or maybe the greedy who save. No. When you save, you have financial freedom. When you have a saving nest, better yet, if you are able to invest in this saving nest and make it grow by putting it in financial funds, investment funds, where people, expert, you know, run this investment for you and give you some dividends. Of course, there are risk elements, but you can, you know, allocate a certain investment funds that has lesser risk, but, you know, having some type of returns. So your money is growing while you are sleeping. And this is the ultimate that every person or every human being would want. The results that you will get when you are financially aware is the following. One, you will live life stress-free. You will be more on top of everything. If there is any issue happening, you are, you know, you're able to maneuver until that, you know, bad time goes by. Second, you will be able to help others. And this is a positioning that you should be happy to have when somebody comes and asks you for a favor and you are able to provide them with that service or that help. They will pray for you, and everybody witnessing that, and you will be happy because you were able to help others. Three, that when you are financially stable, you can grow your business, you can open your own business, you can invest with your friends and colleagues if they have a business, a successful business. Fourth result is that you can do what you want to do. You want to travel, you can travel. You want to buy a new car, you can buy a new car. You want to buy a new gadget, you can, you are able. When your child, when your son wants to get into a certain hobby, he wants to register in a certain club, you can help them and you can be benefit for them. This is what financial stability and financial awareness can do for you. Don't underestimate it, and please, please work on the tips and work on yourself so you'll be stable and you will benefit everybody on this country and planet Earth.